Dr. Benito? Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, is Dr. Benito on there? Dr. Benito? Okay. She probably got knocked off.
Probably did.
Okay, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I'm taking over Dr. Benito's position here. I hope I sound like her. I'm Dr. Teresa Adderley. I'm the Chief Nursing Officer here at Care Hope College. And today we are in our first semester nursing orientation. So with that being said, there's just a few rules. You're all muted. After we have completed the presentation, we will allow for questions. Mr. Forrest will be manning the chat group. So I'm asking you now, if you have any burning question, you could start typing it in. He's going to be looking at it, and then we're going to address those questions later. This presentation is about 50 minutes. I will fast forward in certain points. This presentation is going to be available for you on the LMS for you to complete at your leisure. But you wouldn't be missing anything. I'm just fast forwarding so that we can leave about 15 to 20 minutes for question and answers. So with that being said, we will start.
One quick interjection. Somebody said they can't hear anything. Is that the case?
Ask them to
Turn their volume up.
Yeah, turn their volume up, or there's on the keyboard, there's a little mic that they can just press it.
Okay.
Okay, so we will get started.
Yes, Doc. The popular says it's okay, so it's a one-person problem.
Once again, I'm delighted to host our annual first semester nursing student orientation. Before we begin with the program, I would like to share with you a few words of inspiration that will encourage you as you prepare to enter this upcoming semester. I want to remind you that Care Hope College team is dedicated to prepare you for the real world of work, where you would be positioned to make that difference in the lives of those that need you most. When you leave us, we want you to know that you will not only have the knowledge, but the skills and training to transform and make an impact wherever you are positioned in this world. In the words of Maya Angelou, when I quote, as nurses, we have the opportunity to heal the mind, heal the soul, heart and body of our patients, their families, and ourselves. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Remember, life does not begin at graduation. It began when you made the decision to start nursing school. Each day you rise, you must focus on why you are in nursing school. Stay focused on your calling, ministry or passion. Remember the work ethic of Florence Nightingale. You are a servant first. Be assured that as a servant, you will touch a life or a life will touch you. During your enrollment here, promise me you will always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. A.A. Milne. If there ever was a time to make a difference in this world, you have chosen the right career, at the right time, and the right training institution, Care Hope School of Nursing. Most of all, you have chosen the noblest profession of them all, because nurses save the world, one patient at a time. Welcome to the new semester. Your success is our success. Next on the agenda, We will cover some important information that you will need to know during your time here. You will be reminded to fill out and upload mandatory documents on study habits and best practices. Please write your comments in the chat box below, and our chair will address them after the presentation. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the first semester nursing orientation here at Care Hope College. This is a mandatory session for all students who are completing their first NUR nursing course here at Care Hope College. This session is comprised of two components. This part in which you are here actively enrolled, and then by Sunday of this week, you will receive an invitation link to enroll yourself into the LMS portion. In the LMS portion, you will upload all the acknowledgement forms, which I'm going to talk about in the next few slides, and then you will complete two trainings, one infection control and one in HIPAA. You will sign and upload the acknowledgements on Google Link, and you will complete this before next week, Sunday. Remember, this is a mandatory for all students who are enrolled in their first NUR course here at Care Hope College. So now let's look at attachments to be uploaded on that LMS site. You're going to come across these statement of confidentiality, clinical confidentiality statement, release of information, medication administration policy, dosage and calculation competency policy, clinical agreement, acknowledgement of content in student handbook, and safety and infection control training acknowledgement. So we would expect for you to read these documents, sign them, download them, and then upload them into the Google link that's in your portal. So again, this must be completed by Sunday of next week. So just to repeat, you will complete the this training, you would print your certificate, and you would upload it onto the Google document. Remember that you need 75%. Don't email me or Mr. Forrest asking, oh, I can't upload it. Can't upload because you did not get 75%. Some of the things that we're going to look at is the organizational chart, the scope of practice in nursing, the overview of the Care Hope program, the expectations, what you would expect in the first semester, any requirements, and of course, those policies that you would have signed. This is our organizational chart. I'm going to draw your attention to the far left, you will see nursing. So you see the president is at the top. That's Dr. Hope Doyle. She would have spoken to you yesterday. She said she has an open door policy. That's all good. Underneath her, I report directly to her. She is my boss, Dr. Hope, and I am Dr. Addy, like I said. We have three chairs, one being Mr. Paul Forrest, who's with us today. Then we have a chair for the BSN program, RN to BSN and the BSN program, and we also have a chair for the PN and the PCT programs. So the chair for the PN is Ms. Julia Jackson, and the program chair for the BS is Ms. Alex Marie Joseph. You will meet her in pharmacology, okay? And under that, you will see the some of the faculty. So, Mr. Forrest, just 2 seconds. Do you want to say something?
Well, I'd like to say...
Yes, pleasant good morning, everyone. Welcome to our nursing program orientation. Please pay attention and take
many
notes.
other schools out there. You chose to be with us, and we take that as a personal gratification. So as a result of that, we are covenanting with you to be a partner in that process that Dr. Teresa just outlined, culminating as a PhD. The sky is the limit. She told you where she began. This can be your story in a few years, and we want to help you achieve that. My story is very similar. I'm a Jamaican, and in Jamaica, typically men do not go into nursing, not because there's anything wrong with it, we just don't. And when I came to the United States, I had to start over. And I looked at nursing, and I liked the opportunities. I liked the the potential for advancement, and I went into it. And here I am today. So I would like to share this potential ladder with you that you can climb. I know you're adult learners. I did it while I was an adult myself and had children and parents to take care of. So we really understand what you have to go through. You have to be at work. That lady just mentioned she's coming home from work. She has the children. She has her parents. We did it just like that, and we know how it's done. And because of that, we think we're in the right position to help you. So we welcome you. And once again, we will be here for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Forrest. Please remember, everybody, you are here today. Yesterday, you did your new student orientation. You were oriented to the admissions department, the wellness department, the counseling, the library, etc. So today, this is a special informational session just for you, for nurses. So you just heard from our chair, Mr. Forrest. He is the Associate Degree Nursing Program Chair. And we're going to ask a question. Who are our leaders? Can anybody tell me who is Ms. Bobette Mullings? Who is she? Is she the Chief Nursing Officer, the chair for the nursing program? Is she the president? Is she the Chief Academic Officer? Well, she's the Executive Director of Campus Operations, okay? So you will hear from her. She's going to be giving you your proctor, helping you with your examination. She's going to help you with schedule. She's going to help you with the registrations, your IDs, your Evolve links, etc. Okay? Can anybody tell me who is Dr. Laura Benito? Well, she's our Chief Academic Officer. So she deals with everything related to policies, transcripts, grades, etc. All right, and you will get to meet her as well. And she was on yesterday, actually. So where are you going to get this information from, guys? Right from your handbook. And you're going to sign that acknowledgement. You're going to say, I know that who is who. Dr. Hope Doyles is our president, Chief Executive Officer. So if you have a complaint, so some of you have already done the general education courses here at Care Hope, so you would know. Your first line is your faculty. If you don't get any results from there, then you will go to Mr. Forrest, then you will come to me, and then you'll go to Dr. Benito in that order, all right? We want to include you in everything that we do here at Care Hope. You will hear from us during the semester. We have several committees out there, the evaluation committee that deals with the program. We have the curriculum that deals with the courses. We have the Student Body Association that Dr. Benito is going to be involved with that. She's going to be reaching out to you. What did you sign up for? You signed up at Care Hope College because Care Hope College has some goals out there that's going to frame you into a professional. We have the educational goals. We want you to be critical thinkers. We want you to be knowledgeable. We want you to be skilled and competent professionals in the field. And with that, we are guided by the Board of Nursing. And the Board of Nursing has the Florida Nurse, because you'll be practicing in Florida, most of you. The Florida Nurses Practice Act guides our practice. A nurse who falls below the minimum competency or who otherwise present danger to the public shall be prohibited from practicing in Florida. That's it, simple as that. And we have our goals to match that. We are guided by the scope of practice for the Florida nurses. This is your link. And this is one of the areas. There's a question in here I think I asked about what is Statute 464. What is Statute 464? Well, at the end of this session, when you would have completed and received your certificate, you would know exactly what is Statute 464. You're also going to cover some of the scope of practice. I believe, Ms. Forrest, you could correct me, in fundamentals as well. So all of those core values will be included. Core values means what is important to me as an individual, okay? So as an individual, I want to have ownership of my home. I want to be accomplished. I want to be loyal to my spouse and to my children, etc. Those are core values that are personal core values. Care Hope and our nursing program has core values. and that we want you to be critical thinkers. I'm saying it again. Be knowledgeable, competent, professional. Professionalism is going to come out a lot in this Zoom, because remember, Zoom links, like you're right in somebody's home. Like right now, you are right in my face. I'm in your presence. We're not in the class. We share each other's environment. So that means we want everything to be professional. We want to be able to communicate professionally. We're going to have these mics open. You're going to hear patients screaming in the background. If you're at work, we're going to hear babies shouting. You're going to hear dishes clacking in the background. So communication is very, very important. Empathy and caring are effective domains. This comes from within. These are correlated directly with your individual core values. As you move through nursing, everything changes. Your kidneys start to decrease, your heart starts to slow down, your skin wrinkles, but guess what? Personality never changes. Remember that. I'm giving you a hint. Personality never changes. If you were a kind person when you were 12, you'll be a kinder person when you are 85. If an 85-year-old who was always kind shows some sort of differentiation or some compromise, that means something is going on. So empathy and caring, you need to start to establish that now, because as you get older and you're taking care of patients, the more empathetic you are, the more caring you will become as a nurse. So why nursing? You remember I asked that question earlier. Why did we pursue nursing as a career? Well, we all know that there's a major shortage of nurses. We have high flexibility in our jobs. We can be working day, evening, nights. We have strong personal satisfaction because we are empathetic, we are caring. This is what we want to do. It matches our core values. We can work in many locations. I heard somebody said they were in New York, someone's in Texas, someone's in Florida. We can enjoy career mobility upward. You can be anywhere. You can be in the Army, in the Marines. You have high salaries. That's number 6. Most of the times people will say that. That's number 1 for them. Is it good as a second career choices? So we found that a lot of people who would have, insurance agents, or they were something else for the first 30 years of their life, they're now coming into nursing. It's a specialty. So if you like kids, you could be a pediatric nurse, you can be obstetrics, a lot going on. And you have a lot of patients. So I'm not selling it to you. You know why. You're signing on. Don't forget that carrot in the front of you. Okay? As things become heavy, there's a lot of work. You're being pressured. Remember some of the 9 awesome benefits of why you pursue nursing. So just as there are good things about the nursing profession, there are also issues related to nursing practice. As everybody's aware, there's an overall shortage of nursing worldwide. And if there is a shortage of nursing at the bedside, obviously there's going to be a shortage of nursing faculty as well. Another caveat is 40% of registered nurses are over the age of 50, which means that a lot of persons are nearing retirement. What is this saying? It means that this is also a good time for you to join the nursing profession. The reduction in nursing faculty means there's going to be an inability to expand nursing programs. So you're going to see a shortage of nursing programs as well. With that comes limited hospital clinical spaces. Now we're doing 50% clinical simulation, as well as we are also waiting on the approval from some of our clinical affiliates so that students can now enter into the clinical sites. We are doing that now for this semester in some of the courses, but in every course that has a clinical, we are adhering to the 50% or less simulation. And of course, prerequisite science courses are always a challenge to nursing students. You'll find that a lot of them may work, or they may have graduated a long time ago. They're working, and then they have a lot of extraordinary variables outside of school, and it takes a longer time for them to finish their nursing education. So this is your 2-year degree. I said to you earlier, I know some of you are transferred, some of you are LPN to RN, and some of you are direct entry. So Mr. Forrest, like I said to you again, is the chairperson for this this program. So where do I begin? There is a degree plan. I need you to look in that handbook and pull up the associate degree program. It has a degree plan. You would have gotten one on admission. It tells you the prerequisites that you need. Now, normally, if you're doing direct entry, you should have already completed all your general education courses. You would have already attending this presentation. You would way there. The next step, I'm repeating it for all the persons who may have come in late, you will go on to the LMS. You'll be uploaded between today. Some of you were already uploaded. I saw that already, and you may have seen it. You'll be uploaded onto the LMS, and if I see that you're not doing it, I will send you an email. Saturday, I'll send you an email Sunday and say, look, you need to get this done. You will get a grade of 75%. The certificate will open up. You will print your certificate. You will upload that certificate with the 7 acknowledgements onto the Google link. Remember, you may be subject to a background check. All right, and you, as you know, a social security number is required for your NCLEX examination. So there are 4 semesters, 1, 2, 3, 4 in our curriculum sequence. All of this, and there you go. There's the link, Care Hope College, chccollege.org website catalog. Okay, the first semester you have Nursing 100, which is fundamentals. Nursing 105, which is pharmacology. Nursing 110, which is Med-Surg 1. Nursing 230, which is Med-Surg 2. You cannot do both at the same time. You have to go step by step by step. It's from simple to complex. There are 2 labs. If you look there, one Nursing 100 lab and Nursing 250 lab. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clinicals, 6 clinicals actually, in this program. So that means we must have you sign those documents. You must be compliant. You must adhere to the policies as it relates to acknowledgement. All right. So this is what your first semester would look like. You actually have 4 classes. Now I'm going to break that down into numbers, hours, because someone will say, "Oh, I'm going to nursing school. I'm going to nursing school." How many classes you taking? 4. Oh, that's easy. Okay. 4 classes with hours, 4 classes with hours and family, 4 classes with hours and family and work, 4 hours with classes and family and work and social. It is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. Okay. So I need you to try something new if you haven't done it already. Okay. Organize. Remember I said I'm holding on to my fundamental students. You're new, you're fresh. Okay. My Med-Surg students and persons who are transferred, you still have that opportunity. Start fresh. Get a phone with an app. If you see my phone, if you see my, and I keep telling Mr. Forrest, if you see my calendar, you would scream. But guess what? Just a few minutes ago, you heard my phone was beeping off. I turned it off a few minutes ago, but it was reminding me about this meeting. So anything that you need to know about, let your phone do it for you. I still love the paper and the book. Okay, so I write stuff. I write. Remember, I like to write. So you get your agenda book. Okay, your planner. Plan out the week. As a matter of fact, plan out your entire semester, step by step. What do I need to start studying? When is this project due? Review your syllabus on the LMS system. You will see your syllabus. It's going to be uploaded. It's going to tell you it's 15 weeks in the semester. It's going to tell you how many exams, how many papers. Remember, 4 classes. Each class has about 6 exams, and then you have papers. You have your drug dosage and calculation. The work is going to start to get heavy, but just plan it out. Okay, if I were to look at my calendar, I would go crazy. I would go crazy. But I don't look at my calendar. I let each day, my calendar reminds me what I need to do, and I say, okay. And I check it off, and then I go to the next day. And then I go to the next day. Of course, you're going to get interruptions. You're going to get a lot of drop. You might get a headache. You might wake up that morning with a headache or sick. And, we have COVID going on. All right? And it may derail you, but at least you try to plan it out. So this is what I was saying. Get your project dates. There are about 6 exams. You have a midterm. You have care plans, case studies, presentation, group paper, final, family, work, social. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, nursing is not easy. Take it from me. I'm a nurse. Okay, so I can tell you. All right. We are now helping you to organize. One of my sisters. So this is the moment I'm going to just fast forward. So what we are saying here is we do offer these resources for you. We have the CHC LMS, which is the Moodle, the SurePath, the adaptive quizzing, the library online resources. You will meet Ms. Connie this semester if you have not met her already. You will have opportunities to take practice tests in each class. We have the HESI Evolve, and we have the virtual library again. So the LMS, you would be familiar with that because this is where you're going to log on to complete this.
Dr. Teresa?
Yes?
I'm not so sure if I was the only one you went out on, but you went out on us just now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So I'm just.
Is everyone else hearing?
Yeah, they're muted. So if you can hear me, then it's probably just a dip in the system.
Okay.
So the LMS is just everyone should be familiar with that because you have to log on to that to log into your classes. So if you're having any issues, please reach out to us so we can assist in that regard. I was some study guides, all. Sign, that's it. I have a headache. I have a headache. What does that mean? I have a headache. That doesn't mean anything. I need to know more. What is your blood pressure? How long? What have you been doing? So you go into all of those filing cabinets, you pull it out, and you come out with your differential diagnosis. Grading and passing at CareHope. For those who would have already done courses here already, it's the same across the board. You need at least a 75% in order to pass. That's our minimum passing score here at CareHope. Repeating a course. You only can repeat one of the same nursing concentration. A second failure of the same is now considered 2. Failing 3 nursing concentration of any combination, including the courses repeated, will result in you being dismissed. We don't want to lose you. We want you to be skilled. We want you to be competent. We want you to be professional. We want you to grab onto those 9 carrots that I sent out there earlier.
Dr. Teresa, we have a raised hand.
Academic, including the courses repeated, will result in you being dismissed. We don't want to lose you. We want you to be skilled. We want you to be competent. We want you to be professional. We want you to grab onto those 9 carrots that I sent out there earlier. So, academics, I remember I told you about Dr. Benito and the handbook. All of this stuff about integrity, class attendance, and tardiness is in each syllabus. It's spelled out. You're going to sign your syllabus to say that you would have read those policies. So it's very, very important. So you won't say, oh, I don't know. So what do you expect in this first semester? Remember I talk about fundamentals and pharmacology? It consists of 2 days of lecture and 1 day of simulation and 1 day of lab. So that's already 4 days of your life. I took the time and the pleasure, because I like to write, to determine what your first week is going to look like. Nursing fundamental syllabus is about 30 pages. The nursing student handbook, 133 pages. The Nursing Board of Nursing webpage, fundamentals chapters, reading for the first year, HIPAA regulation, your nursing skills, your pharmacology, came up to 397 pages. 397 pages. I like to read, but I can't read 397 pages overnight and retain. Remember, go back to your planning. If you are reading an average of 397 pages, you are working the night shift. I know when I did my bachelor's degree, I was working night shift. I work pediatrics, so I had like a little hour, but that's about it. Because when those babies, they don't have time. Babies don't have time. They don't understand. Adults will go to sleep, but babies don't. Okay? And I could not read overnight. So what I had to do is we did what is called self-scheduling. I scheduled myself off for 3-4 days, and that was my study time. The 3 days that I worked was the 3 days that I worked. Caveat, a nugget for you as a student, I will tell you, do one thing. Put aside 1 day for yourself. No classes, no work, no socializing, just for you to read. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can go to work and you can go to school. But Saturday is the day that you're going to be studying. Now, that's the best I could say for those persons who are working, because things happen. Your children get sick, you get called in for overtime. But I put that in. That's 397 pages. No one can retain that amount of information overnight. So if your class is on Monday, I expect that you would have read on Friday. If your class is on Wednesday, I would expect you to have read on Sunday. Do not come prepared. Nursing is another language. 9 systems, 9 bodies. So right here, we're asking you, do not come unprepared. You're going to be expected for the first, if you're doing fundamentals and pharmacology, that's your first group of nursing courses. The expectation, including this seminar, including this workshop, you will be required to read up to 397 pages this weekend. This is why I've extended the process over to next week, Sunday. So next week, Sunday, is expected that you would have read the information, you would have uploaded the documents, and you would have signed off that you understand the process. Then you get your syllabus on the first day of class. Remember, on the first day of class, you're going to receive your syllabus, you're going to sign that syllabus, you're going to upload the signed document acknowledging that you receive the syllabus. You're going to note on the 14th week that you're going to see either your specialty exam or your HESI exit exam. HESI exit exams are only in NUR 250, nursing capstone. The specialty exams are in all of the other courses. The HESI exit exam, you must pass it with at least a minimum grade of 850 or more, and or you will have to complete a remediation process. If you do not pass your HESI exit exam, that means you did not pass NUR 250. As it relates to the specialty exam, when you get a grade of 850 or less, you must go through the remediation process. It's going to be very demanding. You need to be flexible. You're going to have 2 days of lecture, 1 day of clinical. You may go in the hospital, labs. You're going to have care plans. You're going to be studying. You're going to have all the class work. You're going to meet with groups. You're going to have presentation. You're going to have family. You're going to have work. It's going to be very, very demanding. Think about what you're doing, okay? You are in the driver's seat. You're either going to take off fast or take off slow. Here is Ms. Bobette to bring you some information on the clinicals and labs for this upcoming semester. Ms. Bobette?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Care Hope College. My name is Bobette Mullings, and I'm your Executive Director. I would like to share some information to help you succeed. We want you to succeed. The nursing program is progressive. All nursing students are required to take a nursing qualifying exam. The composite score for that exam is 55%. Please refer to the slide on the screen. Competency exams. There are computer competency exams at the end of each semester and a comprehensive predictor and exit exam at the end of the program. Satisfactory grades on the competency exams are required for students to advance in the program. Students not reaching the overall grade average of 75% or better will be required to repeat the semester or course at an additional cost. Dress code. On campus, white scrub set and white nursing or tennis shoes. For clinicals, white scrubs with CHC logo and white nursing tennis shoes. Jewelry is not allowed except small stud earrings and a plain wedding band. Also required is a second-hand watch. Hair must be clean, neat, and pulled back if longer than shoulder length. Clinical requirements. Florida Board of Nursing requires 50% of clinical hours to be in a face-to-face settings. CHC requires 100% attendance for clinical rotations. One absence from clinical will result in a student being placed on probation. 2 absences will result in semester failure. Student will be required to repeat the semester in its entirety at an additional semester cost. All clinical forms should be turned in within 2 weeks of the program start date, or the student will be removed from the program until next start date. Please refer to the clinical requirements on the screen. A clinical schedule will be provided and students are allowed to select what fits their schedule. Of the program start date, or the student will be removed from the program until next start date.
Okay, I just wanted to pause the screen here for a moment to give you an opportunity to write down what you would need. Your physical exam, no later than 6 months. Your immunizations, your PPD or chest x-ray, a 10-panel drug screen, a level 2 background screening, your valid CPR card by the American Heart Association only. That's the only facility that institution we'll be accepting the card from, your flu shot, and your COVID-19 vaccine or regular testing. So you can screenshot this if you need to. Good.
Please refer to the clinical requirements on the screen. A clinical schedule will be provided and students are allowed to select what fits their schedule. I too have an open door policy. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Ms. Bobette, for that information. Thank you so much. So with clinical is a pass-fail. You will be guided by clinical evaluation tools and clinical competencies. You must attain a grade of 75% or more on those competencies, and that grade would then be transposed to your theory class. You must receive a grade of 75% or more on your clinicals in order to pass your theory class. Theory class is scheduled to your clinical rotation in the same week, so that is something that you would see on your schedule. This is an example of Nursing 100 evening session. So anyone who is now in the evening Nursing 100 levels, this is what your class would look like. Look at that. So what you're seeing here, you will note that Nursing 100 has 3 components. You have the theory portion, you have the lab portion, and you have the clinical portion. Now, this is the evening schedule. So you would attend the evening theory. You can do this online with your professor. And then you will be expected to attend the on-campus lab to complete your clinical skills checkoff sometime during the semester. So make yourself available. Your instructor is going to speak to you more about how the persons who are doing the evenings, she'll speak to you more on how she's going to facilitate you with that. In our morning sections, the ones who are doing NUR, that is on a Monday. So if, for example, you will be doing your skills check off on Monday, it will be feasible for you to be with the professor at the campus on Monday doing your theory, because there's just like a half an hour to 45 minutes break in between, and then you will just go right into your lab. Of course, we have the NUR 100 clinical. You will not be physically going to a clinical site, but we will be fulfilling the 50% clinical simulation online for this part of the course. NUR 105 is pharmacology, and that will continue as is. You're going to turn your camera off, which remember I said for midterm, we have an exam that's standard. So you will have across the curriculum, you will have 4 quizzes in each course. So you'll have a quiz on the 3rd week, the 5th week, the 7th week, and the 11th week. You will have a midterm exam between the 7th and the 8th week. You will be expected to do a specialty exam in all of the courses with the exception of NUR 110, in which the faculty will develop that course and you will take the course that they have that they've created for both cohorts. So we have the cohorts in the evening and the cohorts in the morning. So midterm will be between the 7th and 8th week. You'll be expected to do an exam. Then you will have 4 quizzes throughout. You'll have a paper, and then you will have a presentation, and that's going to be consistent throughout the program, with the exception of NUR 250. In NUR 250, you do a HESI exit exam in which you must attain a grade of 850 or more in order to pass that course. There is an expectation that you will do an end of term evaluation on the faculty and on the clinical site for whichever clinical you will be attending. As it relates to Zoom, there's Zoom etiquette. You would note on your evaluation, your assessment in the syllabus, there's a portion called participation and attendance, okay? So you can actually have your Zoom camera on, not participating, and doing something else. We want you to be engaged, okay? Use the school background wherever feasible so that, you know, we won't see any of your personal actions going on in the background. We'd like for you to dress appropriately, mute your mics, raise your hand, and most of all, be respectful. Be respectful to your colleagues. You will receive your Zoom link. Those will be uploaded in the LMS in the class that you'll be taking for that semester. For this particular first semester orientation, in the expectation, you'll be expected to watch or view the HIPAA privacy video as well as the infection control video. So you will watch those videos, you will take the exam, and then you will upload that certificate into the Google link. Some of the clinical the program requirement checklists, we already went over some of those things. The confidentiality statements, that's the stuff, that's the forms that you'll be uploading into the LMS. You will complete the infection control and the safety and HIPAA regulations requirements. So just some homework assignment for you this weekend. Please go to our chc.org website, download our catalog, and read it. You can't, I won't suspect that you'll be able to read it this entire weekend, but have that as your Bible. Use it. You will find that you will, not until you need it, like say, for example, if just say, for example, you don't pass the HESI exit, and then the bursar says to you, you have to pay a $250 fee. You may say, but no one told me that on admission. That is why we have the catalog. It's in the catalog, okay? So there's a lot of information in the catalog that we need you to appraise yourself of.
read the policies on background check, get your CPR, BLS cards, and of course, your immunizations if necessary. So let's just meet the faculty via the web, via this.
Going back into the clinical for next semester. Some hospitals have already reached out to us. Here are some examples of what they want. So get prepared. You must have a negative COVID-19 PCR or antigen test within 2 weeks of the clinical. So you are going to clinicals on Monday the 14th. That means you must have that PCR in with Monday the 1st. Okay, that's number one. And then every month thereafter. All right. So know that that's what they're looking for. All right. So you must wear a mask at all times. So these are some of the policies. Once we start going into clinicals, you will then have orientation with the hospital, and you must comply with their policies. So just as we wrap up here, we have Miss Julia Jackson. She is the chair for the PN program. Professor Shigali. Then you have Miss Professor Joan Black and Miss Avesta Mitchell, Mr. Charles Reed and Miss Dr. Marie Joseph. Both of them are teaching NUR 105 and 100. So these would be fundamentals and your pharmacology professors. And of course, I think there's one other faculty, Ms. Shawnee Roll. Dr. Winsome Bassel will be our faculty for adult nursing, and Ms. Dr. Grace Augustine as well. So for those persons who came in late, I'm just going to recap.
For those persons, once again, this weekend you'll be uploaded to the LMS. You will then have access to this video. You can watch it in its entirety. I just scanned it about 10 minutes out. And then you will have an opportunity to read these documents, download them, sign them, and then upload them again. Please be reminded and that you are expected to read your syllabus. The content in the syllabus is abiding to the rules and regulations for that class. Once you would have read that, you would download, scan the document, and then upload it back onto the Google link to that particular class. So if you are doing the bundle NUR 100 and NUR 105, you have to sign both syllabus for each class. Okay, so it's not just one. But this for this attachments, the attachments are uploaded to this first semester orientation. You would just need to sign each of these and then upload those into the LMS. Okay, so Mr. Forrest, any questions out there on that anybody? We have about 10 minutes. Is Mr. Forrest here? Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, there's lots of questions here. Let me go. Just give me a minute. You can raise your hand and then I can unmute you as well. Go ahead, Patrick.
So somebody was asking, that was my question, in regards to, are we gonna be wearing uniform while doing the online class?
Yes, there at this time, there's no requirement for you to wear uniforms while doing the online class. However, we are asking that you dress appropriately and that you use the background, the school's background. You go into a quiet place so that we don't hear any background noise, and you keep your mics on mute if possible.
Can you explain when you say the school background, what do you mean by the school
background? Just say, for example, if you're looking at me right now, I'm using just a background that says HIPAA training. We have a background that you can request from IT that has Care Hope College, and you'll see most of the faculty and the persons from the executive team using that. It's just something that's pleasant, so we don't see your bed board or the back of your kitchen or something like that.
So it's something like if we request for it, we can adapt it in our computer and
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to Zoom also has the option where you can just fuzz it out. If you go into virtual background, just fuzz it out. We just want something that's clear there in the background.
Okay. Then my second question is as regards to the acknowledgement of the policies and all that, is it going to be inside each of the classes that you're going to be doing? Because I know some of us doesn't have access yet to all this online because of the issues one way or the other and the problem with the ITs and all that crap. So I'm trying to understand is when you go into your class, assuming I'm doing pharmacology, so inside the pharmacology, the teacher has the acknowledgement on every policy that we're going to download and sign and upload there inside there.
This recording will be available on the LMS in the next few days. So by Sunday, you should see a link where you are actually registered into what is called the first semester orientation. So this is it will be appearing on the LMS as a separate course. It'll say first semester nursing orientation. You'll enter into that particular course and you will see the recordings. In the recording, beneath the recording, you will see the different PDF uploaded files. You would then download those files and then you can scan the back, scan just only the attestation, and you will make sure your name is printed clearly, because if you just uploading and we just get a lot of uploads with no name, because we may not be able to understand your signature. Okay, so that will be there. Now, as it relates to the faculty, each faculty will be giving you a syllabus to sign. So you will be in, just say, for example, I keep using fundamentals as an example. So in your fundamentals class, you'll sign that one. And then in your pharmacology class, you'll sign the next one. Yes.
Okay. Another question is, as regards to the proctored, is the midterm, what are the exams that are we going to be proctored on? Is it only the final, or the midterm is included, or the quizzes? Which one included?
The midterm is at the discretion of the faculty, but the final, yes.
Final, okay. The final is gonna be proctored. Okay, that's cool.
Yes. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Okay. Miss Nanya? Nanya?
Is it Nanaya?
Yes, Nanaya. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. So with the clinicals, with those that live out of state, because I live in California, are we gonna be able to attend clinicals in our state, or do we have to come to Florida?
Which class, which courses are you enrolled?
LVN to RN.
No, which course? Like 110, 230, adult 1, fundamentals, which course?
Pharmacology and med-surg 1.
Okay. Pharmacology, there is no clinical. Med-surg 1, there is a clinical.
Okay.
Med-surg 1 and Med-surg 2, there are clinicals. It's already posted on the scheduling site on the Campus Cafe. So what happens there is it starts about the 5th week into the semester. So that means now you have 5 weeks to prepare yourself to come to Florida.
Okay.
Then you will be given 5 options. So you'll be given an additional 5 weeks option. So if you're in Med-surg 1, that's like saying the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th week. You have options to take that bundle of courses, clinicals between Friday and Monday.
Okay.
And the same thing applies to NUR 230. So you will have a time frame to get yourself together.
Okay.
Miss Williams?
I need to ask, please, how do we access our textbooks? Because I checked the library, there was nothing like that there. How do we get textbooks?
Ms. Bobette, can you help me with that, please? I know one of the one part about issues with textbooks is that the if it's associated with having a financial association, that means and your fees need to be paid, and Ms. Bobette then issues out those links based on which class you're in and whether you're financially cleared. Okay, so just follow up with her after the meeting. Miss Baltimore, it says Powerhouse, Powerhouse Baltimore. What is your name?
Ganiya Adiola.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. My first question is that are we using something like ATI or ESI? I don't know.
Yes. You will. I don't know, which class are you in?
I'm doing for this semester. I'm doing pharmacology and message 1, and for the next semester I'm doing message 2 and a Kaplan.
Yes. But so for this semester, you will be we'll be using the SharePath, and you'll be given your links to get to be enrolled into those courses. So in some classes we use ATI, and ATI is normally used in the clinical portion of the NUR 110 class for the clinical simulation.
Okay, so for the next semester, like I'm doing a message 2 and a Kaplan, we are going to use which one? ESI?
No, but we use a combination. So in your class, at the first day of class, your instructor will tell you which one they'll be using. So it's just based on which class you're in at that time, but you'll have access to it. Those are just platforms that we use here.
Okay, then how can we get
say it again? How can we
the scrub?
Oh, remember it's you can remember it's a white scrub with the logo on it. So you can go ahead and you can order it online, or you can get it from you can call us after the meeting so we can help you with that. You can email me after the meeting so I can give you specifics on that.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Sanat? Am I pronouncing that correct? Okay, Ms. Grace?
Yeah, you have answered my question. Is regarding yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, this is Grace speaking.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
Mine is still regarding. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's still regarding the clinic. I'm not in Florida, and I'll be doing fundamentals and pharmacology.
Yeah. So have you had an opportunity to register for one of the blocks? Did you look online?
Pardon?
Did you go online to see? Yeah, so go online because the spaces are filling up quickly. So just say, for example, you wanted to come around November 15th, that space may be gone already. So it's better for you to go online today and try to get into one of those classes as quickly as possible.
Some of us don't have access yet.
Okay, so you'll probably need to reach out to the bursar's office to see what's happening with that, or the registrar's office. Mr. Gerald?
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My question was concerning the uniform. You answered it already, so I'm looking forward to call and get directive on how to order the uniform.
Yes, ordering the uniform is one option, but it's the white uniform, as Ms. Bobette would have said in the presentation.
Oh, so actually we can go ahead and get any white scrub?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. And then concerning the textbooks, I was kind of wondering if we can have the hard copy instead of the online version.
Yeah, we offer the online, but you're free to order your textbook on via Amazon.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Marsha?
Good, how are you?
Marsha?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
someone came to do it. Yeah.
I think
No, it wasn't the gardener. It was my mom's friend.
somebody's mic is unmuted.
Yeah, they used to work together.
Yeah, and I can't see who it is. Okay, go ahead, Marsha. Let's see if we can get that done. Go ahead, Marsha.
My question was, I live in New York, and because I spoke to the Bursa, I forgot her name, from Bursa we spoke, and all my registration, everything was completed. But my question is this, I already bought my ticket for October month, and for some reason, which I know you guys had glitches and stuff in the system, I can't get to register for no classes, anything, because I'm only doing MedSurg 1, Doses Cal, because I'm an LPN, Doses Cal, and MedSurg 2, and then Capstone. But for some reason, I can't get to, when I go in to register for classes, it keeps saying error, error. I keep going back, and it's like it's knocking me up.
Are you registering for MedSurg 1 and 2?
I can't do both classes at the same time.
No, I'm asking you, are you trying to register for both classes?
No, I'm trying to register for MedSurg 1 right now.
Okay. All right, so that's something I need you to reach out to Miss Bobette and Paige about, Miss Ransom. Is Paige on? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so reach out to them after. I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 more.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. This is Vivian. Go ahead, Vivian.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
I just want to ask a question. Like, as you know, some of us are now in Florida. We're somewhere like example, I'm from Texas. So I want to find out about the clinicals. We have MedSurg 1, MedSurg 2, right? We have clinicals for both. Are we going to come to Florida twice? Like, if we come to Florida for MedSurg 1 for clinicals, and the next semester we have to come again to Florida for MedSurg 2.
What is happening there is I had directed everybody to go and look at the course, their degree plan. When you're looking at your degree plan, the prerequisite for MedSurg 2 is MedSurg 1. So those are 2 separate courses that should not be taken at the same time. So with that being said, you're saying we, but I think we're talking about you. So you may have gotten an exception to the rule for whatever the reason is. We're not going to go over that now. Okay. So because you're taking 2 separate courses that should be taken in 2 different semesters, the answer for you is yes. The answer for you is yes. Okay. So you will have to select 2 of those options when you're registering. Okay, Vivian. And this is Miss iPhone. You have on a blue shirt there. You don't have a name.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm Cassandra. Hi, everyone. So I have a question about like registering for class. Like I have been trying to register for fundamentals and pharmacology, and the website isn't letting me register.
Okay, so that's a question for you to once again, anything to do with registration, anything to do with glitches with your scheduling, that comes out of Miss Bobette and Paige Ransom.
Okay.
Okay, so just give them a nice email, or you may be able to reach out to Miss Dawn in admissions. There may be something going on with admissions. Someone is asking, what is the name of your textbooks? Your textbooks, the names will be on the syllabus, and you should be able to access that on the first day of class. All right, so I'm just trying to get some of these questions that are on here.
And when this class is gonna start next week, right? Like on Tuesday?
Start class on Monday, that's correct.
Okay. So.
Ms. Phillips?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just had a question about clinicals because in the portal that, for example, first clinical for MedSurg 1 is from the 25th to the 27th, and that's 3 days. So is that going to be like the only clinical time, like for that specific course? And will there be more, or is it just like that 3 days and
Yeah,
then?
that's for those 3 days for this semester. That's correct.
Okay, so
And it's not 3 days. What it is, it's one of those days is for you to go into the lab and you're gonna do your clinical skills check off then. And then Saturday all day and Monday all day. So you have an option for Friday and Sunday to do your clinical skills check off.
okay, and then the rest of it will be online.
No, that's a different, when you're registering, you're gonna see NUR 100C, NUR 100S. So you're asking me now about NUR 100C. That's a clinical. NUR 100S is a simulation. That's different. That's online.
Okay, because I was just concerned, like as far as like the clinical hours, like making sure that I'm like as a student, I'm getting enough clinical hours.
You are. You will be. And this is why we spoke about that on the presentation about the 50% simulation.
Okay, and that 50% is in person?
50% simulation is on the 100S. That's going to be online. The in person will be your clinical skills check off and your clinicals.
Okay, thank you.
I see you, Patrick, but I just want to give some others a chance to ask some questions here. But do. Okay. Okpara?
Yeah, can you unmute me?
Yes, you are. You're on mute.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm still asking about the clinical. Itself is for September. So does that mean like September?
I lost you when you said September. Ask the question again.
Okay, I saw some clinical hours or some clinical.
Your voice is dipping. You saw?
Clinical dates.
Yeah, the clinical
September.
dates. Yeah, the clinical dates are specific in the LMS. I mean, in the campus cafe. So those dates are specific.
Yeah, it says from like September 18
Your
that
voice
I choose actually.
Okay, so you chose a bundle. Okay, go ahead.
Mean that like in that's September 18 or so that week I will be in Florida.
Yeah, your voice is going on. I heard something about.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to change my voice.
Know. Yeah, no, it dips out like you move from your mic. Sometimes your voice is high and it drops low. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, so does that mean that that's September 18 or so, 17, 18, 19, 20, that I will be in Florida?
That is correct. That is correct.
That early in the class. That's so early for the clinical. That's what I'm trying to find out.
You say is that so early for the clinical? Is that is that what you're saying? Your voice dipped out again. I don't know if it's a mic or my computer.
Okay, what I'm saying is we start that early in the clinical. Like
yes, the clinical starts the 5th week, but it runs from the 5th week to the 15th week, and you can pick any one of those weeks that you want to come. You could come on the 6th week, you could come on the 9th week, you could come on the 11th week, but you need to be here for one of those weeks.
Thank you.
Okay, so someone is asking for people outside of Florida, can you please provide the following? The airport location closest to the school. The airport location closest to school, we have the Palm Beach Airport, which is a smaller airport. Then you have the Fort Lauderdale Airport, which is about 50 minutes away. And then you have the Miami Airport, that's probably the Florida airport, the Fort Lauderdale Airport is about 30 minutes. And then the Miami Airport is maybe about 45 minutes. Now, with that being said, the location of the clinical is in Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie is an additional 50 minutes or so away from the school. So if you plan to come, I would suggest that you stay in the West Palm Beach area, because what's going to happen is you're going to be accessing the on-campus lab. So that means you'll be commuting from your hotel to the campus. And then you have to just drive another 40 to 50 minutes to your clinicals on the days that you'll be coming to clinical. Okay. Miss Chinwe, and then we're going to take one more after that. Go ahead, Miss Chinwe.
Hello. Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I want to, it's still concerning the clinicals. I want to know if those of us offering pharmacology and fundamentals have to come to Florida for the clinicals.
Okay, let me repeat this again. Okay. The clinicals are only for nursing 110, adult nursing. Somebody's baby is, I don't know. Is that you? Okay. The for the clinicals, NUR, look at your schedule. NUR 110 and NUR 230. Med-Surg 1, Med-Surg 2. Those are the two classes.
Okay,
Fundamentals, however, there are clinical skills checkoff that you need to complete. So you may want to find your way anywhere, anytime during the semester. We're gonna have opportunities. We're gonna have the lab open. We're gonna have dates posted. And you may just want to come in for 1 day or 2 days to complete some clinical checkoffs. There's no time frame for that. So you have the entire 15 weeks to make up when you are going to come based on our schedule, based on the schedule for the lab. So that lab schedule is going to be posted. And then you're going to see on the lab schedule, say, for example, if you need to do bed making, we're going to do a whole list of fundamental skills. We're going to bundle them up, say, on a Wednesday. I'm just using that as an example. And we're going to have maybe like 6 skills in there for that Wednesday, just for fundamental students. And that's going to be repeated again on a Tuesday of the 4th week. It's going to be repeated again on the Monday of the 8th week. So you can just look at it and you say, okay, I'm going to come to Florida for that 1 day. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. Okay. For those persons, it's at 12:15. I'm going to end the presentation now. And then those persons who want to stay behind, and then we can just talk. You know, remember with the clinicals are straightforward. I would have mentioned to you that if you're an NUR 110 or 230, which is Med-Surg, you go ahead and you select those days that you are that you want to come, those that weekend. And then when you are doing fundamentals, we're gonna post those days for those bundles for you. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And I see that I have like 4 people with their hands up. If you have any questions, you can remain behind. Thank you so much for coming. Go ahead, Duanya.
It's the whole 12 months of the class for the LPN, RN ladder. It's online except the clinicals.
Go ahead, repeat that again, Duanya Gomez.
The LPN to RN program.
Yes.
The 12 months is online except clinicals.
Is that you asking me a question? You ask me, is the clinical online?
Yeah, no.
Yes.
The 12 months of classes are online except clinicals. Clinicals, I understand we have to go to Florida.
Yes, that's what I just said. That's what I repeated just now. And if you're doing Med-Surg 1 and 2 for this semester, next semester, other clinical sites may open and it may be mental health or maybe OB-Peds. But this semester we got permission for those areas. Okay. Let me see if anybody else hands is up there. Okay, how do I get someone said they can't hear anything? Okay, I got that straight. Okay, you'll be given access to the LMS for your classes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, pretty much is saying the same thing about. Okay, so some people, I hope you were looking at this. Some persons in different states, and they're offering, you know, if you want to, I guess, carpool, or if you want to fly together. So make sure check the chat. That's a good idea. Very good. Somebody's in Florida. They're offering their service. If you want to know how to get around, that's very, very good. Very good. That's what nurses do. They reach out to each other. Okay, I'm in Florida. Wonderful. So please, everybody, just screenshot, get these emails. Persons are reaching out. And I thank those persons from Florida for doing this. I did not think about this. This is an excellent idea. Excellent idea. Excellent idea to help. Wonderful. Let me see. It looks like, oh, there's a lot of hands that just came up. Jean, Rakija. Rakija, are you still there? No? Hello, Rakija. That's Rakija Jean. Am I saying it right? Okay, okay, you're not there. Okay. Okay. So these are basically the same hands that were up before. So go ahead, Patrick. You're good to go.
Yeah, my question is it's as regards to the clinical. So I'm trying to see, is there any way like we can be able to speak to the clinical instructor or anybody that is in charge of the clinical? That way, it doesn't matter which state where you are, we can be able to form a group chat. And if we're going for med-surg clinical, we can be able to reach out to each other and see if we can be able to carpool or get a hotel together. That way the money is going to be less from us and all that. Because if we start going individual, it's going to be a lot of money for us.
Excellent, excellent. Now what's going to happen, Patrick, is that that particular course, 110, when you register in the theory, when you register for the simulation and you register for the clinicals, are going to be the same group of students. So what happens now is you will not meet with the clinical until the 5th or the 7th or 8th week. And this is the class you're talking about. So I suggest that in 110 theory class or 110 simulation class, you bring up that excellent idea. That is an excellent idea. And I really like, you know, the invitation from the Florida group of nurses here. Like I said, I didn't even think about that one. And that's very good. This is why it's good to have this type of conversation. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carpool and hotel merging together, that's a lot of savings.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Assumpta?
Yeah, Dr. Smith, yeah. Please, regarding the distance from the hotel, from the airport to the school, is there any way we can get more information, like maybe download it where I can read it very well to plan my traveling, so I can, because I have family, I have kids, I'll be able to get it close by, because I don't have any family, I don't have anybody over there in Florida. So I would like to, I don't mind the cost, but I would want to get a hotel. I mean, let's say hotel or